The editor of Fine Woodworking was in my old shop a long time ago, and he said that he had never seen a business and an art shop so well combined.
This is our rough cut area, and this is where we get all our stock in. We're basically dealing with 4 or 5 different types of wood. Mahogany and maple and rosewood for the fingerboards and necks. One of the other processes that goes out here is a quality inspection, where they'll look for any cracks or knots or anything else that may be a problem later on in the process. After we have stabbed the wood with a hydrometer and checked the moisture level of it, we'll then bring it into this hot room. But what we'll do is we'll leave it in here for 2 to 3 weeks. It really depends on how wet it is when it comes in here, and we'll dry it out even further. And this right here was probably 700 or 800 tops. And we'll go through all these in a month, plus some too. They'll have to rotate out again. Typically what they'll do to start making the guitar is they'll mill these pieces down to a certain specification, then they'll join the edges of these pieces and glue them together. At that point, they'll mill it down again and then laminate the whole piece to a piece of mahogany. And that will go in one of these presses overnight. It'll dry, they'll take it out of the presses, they'll cut the rough perimeter, and this will go on to the milling process, where the final perimeter will get cut by an end mill, and then the electronics cavity will get cut, the belly carb will get cut, perhaps a trim cavity will get cut in the back, and then typically it moves on to where the top gets carved. When these guys start off with guitars, they still have machining marks left in them. Their job is basically sand the entire guitar, remove all the machining marks, and also remove any of the sharp edges and any of the transitions in there, and basically blend everything in. It takes us between 13 and 16 days to manufacture a neck. It's a lot longer than the body process. Instead of taking the neck down to the final shape from one of those neck blanks, we take a little bit off during like a 2-week process, so that the neck gets time to move and react, and then we mill it flat again. And after all the other stages of manufacture, the guitars will come in here. Each assembler will assemble an entire guitar from start to finish.
We are making art. The art is the beauty in a way. The art is how it plays and the way it sounds. But really, human beings take in about 80% of their information with their eyes, so in a way it's how it looks. I mean, really, this is, in a way, it's a utilitarian device. It's a tool to play music on and make a living. But it's also very beautiful. So when I say art, I think people are buying them for something beautiful. Haven't you ever bought something beautiful that when you held it, you didn't feel much pain? Here's a private stock guitar that just finishing up. And then this is that new color. Is this that new color, Joe?
Well, this
it's
is
the ocean.
stock one.
Look at that.
Turquoise.
Ocean turquoise. That's got solid gold birds in it that are engraved. One of my problems with the business is people very often will buy the instruments, think they're beautiful, and then they never play them, and they'll take another instrument out to play it. And my whole point is, well, go out and back into the bass player and put a ding in it, you know, get its first nicks and scratches. I want them to be used. My hope is that the quality, the way it feels, the way it looks, how it plays, and all the little teeny details have slowly put people in the pipe over time to line up to buy a PRS, and right now that's going very, very well.